Here we are going into Shambala. Very beautiful. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Nice.
Hey, you want to go in?
What's that? Yeah. Yeah. I'm impressed. Oh my God, look at that tree house up there.
Whoa!
Nice. Nice tree house. Oh, that's what we need to build. Very, very cool. And the garden, look at that garden there. What's going on?
Walking down the road.
No, that's well.
On a song.
Walk
Then
this way.
they going to look at the tree house. Where are you going? Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. 6 people
Nice
are
garden.
walking.
I don't know. Is that? I think. I wonder if that's Tom's place up there. I wonder if that's Mofwoofoo's place. Yeah. Hola. Come on, Isis, go on. Go up the stairs. Oh yeah.
Feels so weird.
And there comes the rest of the crew coming up the pike. Come on, baby. You can make it. All right. Go up. Yeah. Another adventure.
Just climb the mountain.
Say. Yes. All right. Now I understand why Tom is so chilled all the time.
Yeah. You see the big trees?
So.
Look at this.
Hey, a bridge, Dad.
Yes, 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 there is a bridge there. Up there is our retreat house that we haven't used for a retreat yet. We would like to. Right there, Dad?
No.
Oh, okay.
So this is where
For like a
you
workshop kind of thing? Or,
yeah,
or
whatever.
people, yeah, whatever.
They can sleep there.
Yeah.
This is where you refrigerator.
No garden here.
Oh.
We're growing a lot of medicinal plants. Actually all over the place, but especially there.
Okay.
And then this bodega was the only building here when I came, but we put a new roof floor on it.
Right.
We have a dryer, a secadora for seeds and leaves, and one over there for fruit. Over there you can see a roof. That was our carpinteria, but now it's going to be our ceramic space.
Right.
And we have a vermiculture for that. But we don't have that stuff yet. But then over there's the stage with the metal roof.
Right, that's good. Yeah, that stage.
Over there's a new volunteer house there, but it's not. We still have to do windows, doors, and furniture inside.
They can have two.
Yeah, it's gonna have 2 floors. And there's gonna be 2 little tree houses next to it, so since they have like a family of 8. So for more than kids.
Yeah, this
There'll be
is.
several tree houses, one tree and a platform around it.
So is there one going up over there, or is there?
You can't see it from here, but we haven't started it actually. Next to there's gonna be 2 tree houses.
Because that spot in there looks like the perfect treehouse area. This is Treehouse Masters here. Okay, look at that. Now, look at that. I talk about a view. Huh? Jenny, I found the perfect remedy for you. Come here. Now, you say you want to take a bath and relax?
Oh my God.
Glass of wine?
Oh my God.
Huh?
Oh. Oh my God.
So is this your remedy for life, right here?
Yeah, sure.
You would be as chill as Mofwoofoo here. You would be that. You would look like that. That relaxed all the time.
You see the baño seco?
Well, let's see.
Very simple.
Look, wow, look at that. And look at the view.
I know.
I could be in here reading all night, all day. Yes.
He teaches the children art here on Tuesdays.
She's good at drawing.
She should maybe go. It's 11 o'clock.
Sarah, I want to.
Art.
At 11 is the art class, so she's watching the clock. It's
Yeah.
10:57.
That's why she
She's
plays
the art-
violin so well.
See, she's
I
very.
don't know if it'll start on time.
I know. That's why this community would be good for her because she has to relax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that we have birds that come right here every day, the same place. They're colorful, like different pairs of birds that are like 2 parakeets that are green.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then black and yellow birds and these blue and green birds. Come here every day and they can see the reflection in the glass. They can't see through it. So they sometimes peck at the window a lot for some reason.
Right.
But I wish they were here so you could see them. I think the kids would. They'll come sometime.
Yeah. So you were saying?
So this is basically a living model of anarchy, which most people don't understand. It's the opposite of chaos.
Right.
Because we self-organize. We can have as much structure as we want. We want as little structure as possible.
Right.
But if something's not really working well, then we need to input more structure.
Right.
Like for our gardens.
It's like raising a family.
The what?
It's like raising a family, kind of.
Oh, our
know?
community is like one big family.
I mean, we kind of consensusly sometimes decide. Sometimes I overrule, but
well, we have here. You have like more, a little more kids than parents.
Yeah.
It's easier in a community where the kids can be free.
Yeah.
And everybody can watch after them.
Right.
So, because we have a lot of kids here and some babies too. It's really nice. All the kids play nicely forever. It's,
Right, because it's so much.
I haven't seen him so chill since we've been here.
it's a super place for kids to grow up because we're not really into conditioning kids into believing anything in particular,
Right.
except to enjoy the life here.
So more experiential.
Yeah.
So there's no like, this is this, and this is believe this, and this is God, and all that.
I'm somebody who really doesn't believe
Yeah.
in believing. Much.
Yeah.
And believing.
Right. And they live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
This Hare Krishna is big in Vilcabamba with
Yes.
Gopal plus
I know.
all of South America. It's an interesting experiment because we hope to be a good model for living in the new paradigm
Right.
where
Right.
everything's based on relationships
Yeah.
and respect.
I think
and love.
that's the kind of problem I've had with a lot of communities. I see that they all seem to have a certain spiritual orientation that's kind of the focus, whether it's paganism or Christian or Hare Krishna or whatever.
Yeah.
They have a certain belief and structure, and where do you go with that? I mean,
It's crazy.
yeah.
But here we have the advantage of being a mostly Latino community.
yeah,
So Latinos have built into their culture much more respect and expressiveness, and so
Right.
we don't have conflicts hardly ever. But with other types of communities, you have conflicts.
Right.
The main two problems for communities are personal and money.
personal what?
And money.
Yeah,
Money.
yeah.
So we have the money thing handled with me, and the
Right.
personal, everybody's really cool.
Right.
So we don't have problems that way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I had a little conflict with one of the volunteers yesterday, the day
Right.
before.
Right.
We had a meeting in the evening and practiced nonviolent communication and resolved the whole thing.
So what does that mean exactly?
Nonviolent communication is a particular thing. It's not a la-la thing. It's a particular way of communicating. It's not a method, a technique. It's understanding
Right.
and basic, and it's mostly deals with empathy.
Right.
For instance, if your wife was to be angry with you and she called you a bad name or something,
Right.
the way you would handle it with NBC is like, if you're not emotionally charged by that, somehow she said something, called you a bad thing, and it didn't really bother you, then you can empathize with her. If you are emotionally charged, you have to step away and empathize with yourself till you're not, because you cannot empathize when
Right.
you're emotionally charged.
Because you're
And empathy means specifically in this case, understanding what she's feeling and what she needs. So you're saying, like, you're only guessing, by the way, because you don't. It's not nice when people tell you what you're feeling.
Yeah.
So you're saying it seems like you're kind of angry.
Right.
Is that because your need for being heard is not being satisfied right now,
Right.
or it could be a lot of needs? And you're trying to guess. And when you get it right, she says, "Yes, that's
Right.
right. You don't listen to me."
Right.
So you made a connection. But
Right.
then you realize you need more empathy. You have to
Right.
empathize her until she's completely down
Oh, sure.
all the way, zero. And then you say to her, "Is there anything else you'd like to say?"
Yeah.
And when she says, "No,"
Yeah.
then you know then you can say, "Would you like to know how I feel and
Right.
what my needs are?" And she probably was very effective.
Right.
I've seen it.
Right.
I went and studied with a guy, Marshall Rosenberg. He died recently in Belgium. He had a 9-day intensive there.
Right. And what was his name?
Marshall Rosenberg.
Okay. Uh-huh.
He developed it about 50 or more years ago.
Yes.
It really is solid. One time, he used to turn to the left.
Hard time opening doors. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh, are they teaching art now?
No, well, there's just 2 girls here, but that's okay. They can just chill.
Oh, but Leo's not there yet?
That's okay. Get all their art supplies out.
Yeah, so we have like an alternative school now that the parents have arranged. It's been pretty good, but sometimes we need to organize more from time to time. It's been really good. For every day, 4 hours a day. The children go only because they want to go, not because they have to go.
Cool.
In the new paradigm, everybody only does what they want to do, not what they have to do. You can leave it open.
So as far as,
Open.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Is that because of her?
I want to
She
see
won't.
it.
She's afraid of stairs. And,
as far as educating children, is, I mean, again, there's no, I mean, there's structure, but there's not a certain belief that they need to learn mathematics and science, and I mean, or is it?
Really, I believe that, there's a lot of things they need to learn, but We don't. I used to be a creative movement teacher, and that meant everything I would teach children would always be fun. It would always be games. It would always be like that. Never just memorize this.
Right.
Musical instruments and creative expression and read and write and arithmetic. There's one guy teaching math. I'm not sure how he's doing it, but it should be by games.
Yeah. We were talking about your background, and then I lost track.
Yeah,
so and you just got into it. I'm really curious.
Everything in my whole life led me up to this, so I feel like I'm doing exactly what I should be
doing.
You know? Creating a community like this, because I was an activist with food not bombs for a lot of years, getting arrested for giving homeless people free food in San Francisco for 8 years.
Right.
And then kind of got tired of that after a while, but went more proactive and realized that self-sustainability would really be a good thing for the world, low tech especially, considering everything for crisis, or to make a total change. If everything collapsed, or we had everything self-sustainable, we could just go right into it without a big deal. So I set up a website back in 1998, collecting self-sustainable stuff to a large degree. But now we're building a website for Chambalabamba. It'll have 3 parts. Chambalabamba is one part. Second part is the sustainable solutions part. And the third part will be my essays. It will just be like that. It's in the process being made right now. So that'll be good because we don't really need to solicit people or anything. Everybody who comes here either out of the blue or they contact us on email. We do have Wolf and that kind of thing, but we're not seeking people. They just.
No, I noticed that. Like I think 6 months before we came here, I contacted you and said, I gave a little bit of background. And you said you're welcome here, and when we're going to get close to being here, let you know. And I thought, it's just, I didn't want to make a commitment to somebody's community that I don't even know who they are.
Of course not.
You see, then you kind
of wouldn't mean anything.
Even if it was a temporary situation, it would be confusing to the family.
No need for it anyway.
Yeah. So I thought to myself, we'll get here, and I fortunately found that place you saw next to Zia's, Roshi's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that house. And for us right now, at the moment, it's perfect. It's kind of like a little quite safe haven that we can kind of see what's going on. And it took us 3 months actually. Was 4 months going on to get here? Yeah. But
I like some.
I hope you like it black.
Yes, I do.
I don't have milk or
Oh, no milk or sugar? This is a natural place? Healthy? I'm working at a coffee shop.
But the jolt might be worth.
Yeah,
might be worth.
I did that for a while. I was a garage sailor for 5 years.
A what? A garage sailor?
Yeah, after I closed that store.
There was no garage sales before. That was innovative.
No, that wasn't.
You don't want to take credit for inventing the garage sale. From the antique clothing store to the garage sale, this is your memoir here.
So you just what you do, find stuff that people want to sell and sell it in your garage? Or how do you have a garage
I
sale
had
for
stuff
life?
in my store left over. And when I closed my store,
Okay.
and then I had a super collection of
Hot.
clothes. Probably the best in the world. Because I went all over Europe and looking at other antique clothing stores that had become popular, and I had a collection as good as the Victoria and Albert Museum, except that they had older clothes. I wasn't that interested in clothes before 1865. But other than that, I had like the most incredible clothes you could ever imagine. And because I found some really great sources. So that was an interesting period.
Yeah.
She can read the verbs. She might start speaking Spanish all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then I got hooked up with with 2 little girls, and then she had one of my girls. And she had a girl with me, so we stayed together for 10 years. And I had to take a regular job for 7 years working in office doing medical claims. That was total sacrifice.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, something like that. You were in an office. I've been waiting for you to tell me about the office work.
That was terrible. I never fit in, and I always hated it.
Yeah.
And finally, I found a way out of that by becoming a creative movement teacher. I made that whole thing up.
Right.
Eventually, I had 12 schools in San Francisco, private schools.
Right.
But
What was creative movement about?
that's just like I could do anything I wanted with the children as long as it's wholesome, and they're supposed to learn, and they can learn things that the school doesn't teach them.
Right.
So it's like, that's a lot. School doesn't teach kids a lot of stuff. And so it's just like doing fun things, like games. I'd make up games, stories, we'd act out things.
It's kind of like what he's doing here.
Yeah, it's very similar
I
actually.
was gonna say. I mean, I'm seeing. That's why I'm asking you about your background, because I'm trying to understand how you got to this place.
Yeah,
And that makes perfect sense.
that kind of thing is
Because
really,
you got a lot of kids here.
a lot of kids here, and also for the adults, like it's a place for artistic expression where everything is set up here for people to really evolve in their artistic expression, do what
Right.
they like,
Right.
circus skills, music, video, clay, art, whatever, you know.
Right.
Puppets.
We're gonna have play here.
They're making the ceramics
Wow.
shop eventually here this year, I hope. And then also we have like the healing medicinal plants. We're going to make a healing arts center on the other property, focusing on cancer using plants that we grow here with the alternative methods around here. That'll be like by donation,
Right.
so it's just for free for everybody. Same with the
Okay.
circus school. We'll have a circus school. Hope
Yeah.
there's a chance it'll start in 1 month. We've been waiting 3 years.
Right.
With the social Circo Social in Loja, which is sponsored by Cirque du Soleil.
Right.
And some of our children were going there once or twice a week just recently. But they're going to move. They're going to not move, but they want to spread to other areas. They want to have one in Vilcabamba. We're friends with some of the people involved there. So we hope they need about a month to see if they can sort things out so we can have it right here on Chambalabamba,
Right.
working with them so that the teachers all get paid and the students can come for free.
Right.
And it'll be for open to anybody at Vilcabamba between the ages of like 6 and 16 or so.
Right.
Because we want, my point being that we want to make a children's circus that's of high quality. That's children's circus at Vilcabamba.
Right. Cool. Very cool.
We have all the circus stuff, we have tons of it, and they also have tons of circus equipment.
Yeah.
That's
China
what-
would love that.
What is
Ship ballet.
I mean, what is a driving thing in your head as far as circus? Because
Oh,
circus is a whole
Yeah.
another reality.
It's alternative circus as well. It's not like
Yeah.
just
Circus with animals and stuff.
no animals.
Yeah, but
It'll be
it's
with the
performance.
emphasis on funny, on comedy,
Okay.
with circus skills.
Right.
So hopefully it'll be a story. Like, I mean, like there was the Pickle Family Circus in San Francisco, which was inspirational for me. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but they were a super small circus without animals that went on for maybe 30 years, and they were funny as hell, and they had circus skills, and they would travel all over the world. Super popular.
Oh.
I love that circus.
Right. Right.
Would it be on the internet?
Yeah. And I haven't looked at it, but that was a good idea. So check that out. And then I don't know, because I'm not like crazy about circus or anything.
Right.
Just
Is it
I
like
think
is it like
Paulina
in the
Louise
moment?
was
Is it
like no, but
Yeah, yeah.
because I lived in an intentional community for 5 years on the border of Holland and Germany before I came to Vilcabamba.
okay?
So then when I actually started the community, thinking of starting a community, I didn't know who or what exactly. But then I realized I don't want a gringo community. I want it to be a Latino community. I'm in Latin America to be with Latinos, not with Americans.
Right.
I'm not a fan of the American culture at all.
Yeah. Neither are we.
Pro. I've been pro. So then, when I'm starting, I might as well make this a clown community because that's really, I think I have a clown tendency that I haven't really
Right.
realized.
Right.
And then clown/artist because all the arts.
Right.
So that's the way. And then people from all over South America, mostly young people, heard about it by word of mouth.
Yeah.
They're coming here all the time with
Yeah.
all sorts of different skills. And eventually,
And what kind of young people stay and what kind leave? I'm curious.
I can't say what kind. I'll
I
just
mean-
tell you this: that almost all these people were super nice, great people.
Yes.
We didn't have any problem people except one time, the whole time here.
Yeah.
Everybody was really great. It's like this South America is filled with beautiful people.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no,
Maybe the
absolutely.
whole world is like that. But
Yeah.
so then the people who stayed, they all turn out to be super
Yeah, yeah.
people, super beautiful people, kind,
Right.
humble, talented.
Right.
without, it's just like a miracle because I don't know how, who, or what exactly I'm going to get here and how
Right.
it just worked out.
But your intention, it to me seems to be that you open it up, but there's no, you're not trying to reel anybody into some idea or concept. I don't feel that.
No, this is a place for actually living in freedom.
Right.
So we do have one rule, and that is that you must do only what you want to do. We're pretty strict.
Well, that would be pretty easy to enforce.
I never have to enforce it.
Yeah.
All the rest of it is agreements. We don't have rules. We only have agreements.
But you know, some young people, now maybe this is not true of Latin American or South American people, but in America, a lot of young people have no concept of commitment and putting effort to. I mean, this requires effort.
It requires effort.
You don't
so
just
we have an
live,
agreement that everybody gives 4 hours a day to the community.
Right. Okay.
But we're not watching.
So that's the 4 hours that excludes I do what I want to do.
That is what you want to do. If you agree to that, that means you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't agree to it.
Yeah. Right. So they have to agree to something, whether they.
Well, this is what the community agreed to because
yes,
there's two things that make this community work.
Yes.
My money.
Yes.
And people doing stuff. Speaking
Speaking of which, I'm just kind of curious. Do you have a big? I mean,
I'm rich in spite of myself.
Yeah. In spite of yourself, which means.
In spite of myself.
Yes. I mean.
So I didn't have to go racing after my whole life trying to make money. My house in San Francisco went up 6 times in value in 10 years.
Yeah.
And you just cashed in on it.
That was $500,000 right there.
Wow. Yeah.
This whole thing might be that expensive. I don't know because I'm pouring a lot of money into it right now.
Right.
Plus the property cost a lot because if I'd come 10 years earlier, I could have bought all this for nothing.
I know.
But the property, it used to be the property here was worth nothing.
Right.
Not even 1,000 a hectare.
Yeah.
And now it's super expensive. So I got here in 2010 in March.
Wow.
Looked for 18 months to try to find a place suitable for a community.
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything.
Right.
Hold the world's record for the longest a gringo ever looked for land in Vilcabamba by far. Because most of them buy land the first week of the month without knowing what the hell they're getting.
Yeah. Sure.
So I know the values of property all around and everything.
Right.
And finally, this neighbor turned me onto this property that I couldn't see from the road, really. And it was 6 lots owned by 5 brothers and 1 sister. So eventually I got to buy it, but it had everything I had wanted it pretty much, the qualifications I'm looking for, but it was smaller. I wanted about 8 hectares or more, and this is only 3 hectares.
Right.
But last year I was able to buy 2 properties right next to here at the same time so we can make that road,
Right.
which means it's almost 6 hectares now.
Okay.
So we can have more people. Because the more people we have, the more we can do. People bring a lot of talents and skills. Now as we get filled up, and this part of the land is pretty full pretty much as far as building,
Right.
we have to become more discriminating about who lives here. Like what we need is people who are technical.
Right.
We need musicians. We need artists. We need people who are good at permaculture, farming, organic farming, and construction,
Right.
and those kind of things. We have to kind of be focusing more on that
Yes.
because we need to be strong in that sense. You know?
Right.
Like we have 1 or 2 technical people now,
Right.
but we're dependent on my maestro for fixing everything mostly.
Right.
My maestro and we have workers since the beginning who are all born and raised right in this neighborhood.
Okay.
They've been working here over 3 years now,
Okay.
building everything. They built this house. They didn't know how to build it. They just built it.
Right.
I told them what I wanted, and they did it.
Wow.
They're amazing. They didn't even use a ladder to build that
You know,
bathroom.
that's what was confounding me. And you said you came here in 2010, and I'm looking at this place and everything that's been done. And I'm thinking, wow, how did he do that?
I could have done it faster if I could have had more workers.
Right.
But
Right.
there's so much construction going on in Vilcabamba that you can only get so many.
So many. Right. Right.
So, because I
Wow.
could have 3 or 4 different things going on at the same time, it's the same cost, you know, we
Right.
do it linearly and all of that. But we did pretty well, and we still have things to build. Everything, it seems like the universe has supported us
Right.
in a lot of ways. It's been a
Right.
pretty smooth ride up the whole,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
And so
Well,
have
I
a lot
mean,
to be
like I say,
grateful for.
your background of freeform movement, and your life sounds like it's been a freeform movement anyway. This
I
is
haven't
an
really planned
extension
out
of
too much.
of that.
Yeah, this whole thing is like organic. Just everything that's built here never was a plan or a drawing.
Yeah.
Well, I drew something for the roof, but it's just like step by step. Well,
Right.
what do we want to do next?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Right.
Like that. It's worked
Like-
well, but other people have done that before, just without any.
It's. I think I mentioned in my message to you,
Oh, I
it's
just
like
know
being a
she-
father.
But
I said in my message to you, I mentioned like being a father, but it sounds like your father, like what a father
I'm a
does.
father.
Well,
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
In a way,
okay,
I am. But I'm
no.
trying. I want to just be a member of the community.
Right, but that's what a father is, a member of the family.
Yeah.
But a father is one who goes from one moment to the next, thinking about the evolution.
The future.
Because as a father, you're trying to see what people
To let them find their way.
But yet you have to keep everything
Yeah.
open, opportunities,
Yeah.
money, ideas. But let them. You don't want to direct them into some kind of path,
Right.
because then they're stuck with what you thought.
That's right. They
That's
just
very.
find a
That's a father. That's
please
to me.
their
That's a true father.
father. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's much better.
Yeah. It's someone who kind of does that. Doesn't mean you control them. It doesn't mean you discipline. It doesn't mean you have to do this. Though sometimes
That's the way I
in a family you have to. But generally speaking, you're trying to make opportunities.
No, I'm
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's what I'm doing here for the whole
Yes, I see that. Yeah.
providing. Like we have
That's
a
very cool.
recording studio where we can.
That I would like to see.
That's high quality, and also we can do videos through that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the carpentry, we have. I'm in the process of trying to get 5 industrial tools from the United States,
Yeah.
and also we have a little corner for metal work. We want to
So
be
you have
able
a
to.
little woodworking shop, right?
What?
You have a woodworking shop?
Yeah, a big one.
Big one, big woodworking.
And we
Right.
want to be able to make anything quality,
Chairs.
finished work, cabinets and everything,
Right.
or anything. So we actually have a lot of work for the carpenters right now, with windows and doors,
Well,
and
yeah,
furniture for that
Right.
place. And the dag over here, we need windows and doors. And there's a lot of work up there.
Well,
It's too much work.
okay. So is most of the food grown here? Do you have to buy
No,
stuff in town?
actually, we have a lot of gardens and fields, but it hasn't been organized well enough. I had 5 years experience working with organic farmers in my other community. Each
Right.
time a different farmer. And one thing I was struck by is like everything is super organized. You have to know when you planted something,
Yeah.
when you want to replant so it doesn't
Yeah,
run out,
yeah.
when to harvest.
And what,
Like Zia.
what you want, yeah.
Like
what-
Zia and Moshe's place. Zia's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
attuned.
You have plants growing and stuff, but it's not producing near as much as it could.
Right.
So everybody pays $15 a week, volunteers included, to buy stuff at the market on Sunday. For our lunches, we have lunch together, and we also supply the breakfast, but dinner people have to do their own thing. So they can buy, there's some fruits on the trees, and we have planted about
Okay.
200 fruit trees that some are producing a little bit. And there were orange trees and
Okay.
mandarin trees here when
Right.
I came. Also banana and coffee, but
So-
we planted tons of it. December 11th.
And your birthday is in
December 11th.
yeah.
Same as Osher. I was at his place in Pune for 5 months. Wait.
So, as far as alcohol and drugs, I'm curious. Alcohol
Oh
and
yeah.
drugs.
Actually, we don't have any rule about any of that stuff,
Okay.
or agreement, you might say.
Right.
But nobody's big into alcohol at all. Once in a while, some people might have a beer or something, but that's,
Yeah.
you never see it.
Hello. Ah.
Oh, it is? Abundance for the community.
Yeah. Muy bien. Ah, it's orange.
Yeah.
Ah. Mandarin? Yeah. Yeah.
They're kind of green still, but sometimes they're still good. But We might find some orange ones around here. Let's
I
look
see
over on the other
I
side.
see the orange one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
What's this?
it's like a teepee, teepee house. There we go.
No juice or no juice?
Juice, do you know?
No, the Hare Krishna refrigerator.
Mommy Mia.
Mira, qué lindo.
Oh, even inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Llovió durísimo.
Sí.
Ujú. Qué lindo. Hermoso.
Ya, muy bien.
Yeah, thank you for you. This is serious Shabana.
Did you find that?
Look at the kitty, Dad. Look at that little kitty.
You haven't been here.
Oh,
No, I've been here twice. This is my third time.
oh, look at the cute little
But I really
kitty.
never did it.
Dad, why are you recording the cat?
Because.
Why? Because it's so cute.
Yeah, because it's so cute sleeping.
Actually, that's.
Like you, reminds
It
me
looks
of you.
like a kitten. It looks like
Mine-
a kitten.
Yeah, it is a kitten, maybe. Sarah,
Orange.
it's a, what is it? What is it?
Orange.
You got an orange.
A big one.
A nice looking orange too.
Look, there's another yellow one.
See another one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
¿De dónde eres?
Well, oranges used to be a staple back in the States for us at our house. We had a lot of oranges. Just haven't found them here. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I guess we had to come here to find oranges, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Berry tree. Oh wow, look at that. Look at mulberries. Mm. Mm. Jenny,
You have mulberries?
try that.
Are these good? Or?
Very good.
No, they're not. They have to be black.
Here, try
Or
it.
they're no
Here.
good. They're, when they're red, they're
Right.
sour. Sour.
You love this, don't you?
Like it? She's not a berry.
Well, if it's,
She's not-
if
she's
it's
not-
really black, it's sweet. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's a little sour.
Well, these good.
It's really black.
I don't taste good.
It's that.
Mulberries, Elijah. Try some mulberries.
So,
Has to be really black. Here.
this?
Oh, drum set.
Oh, look at that. All right.
Yeah, we're all set up for everything here.
Oh, right there.
For DJ or live music.
Yeah,
Recording
yeah.
studio right in there.
Oh,
And
Well, let's see the recording.
lots of circus stuff.
See the recording studio. Like,
I don't have the key
you
on
don't
me.
key to get in there? Okay.
But what? Maybe afterwards somebody can.
Yeah,
show
yeah.
it to me.
Let's go.
Want to jump?
Is it mostly digital recording, or do you have analog stuff, or
Digital.
digital? Yeah, of course.
We have the beat. La playa. We have two girls go with me.
had fun though.
But we have a little beach here.
Oh, I want to go swimming right now. Me too. I want to go swimming right now.
Hold
You
on.
can go swimming.
Yeah, we will. Just,
It's okay.
we got the day. Yeah, we're not.
I need a life jacket. My stomach is. I don't know how to swim.
Oh, well, we have two of those little things. We can find them for your arms that'll make you float so you won't drown. We can find them around here.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
just do anything, you know. You could go
Yeah.
do recording, the sewing machine, people sewing, you know. You don't have to have all the stuff yourself.
There's some water right there. You could just leave your.
Oh, duck like it?
No.
The ducks, they're leaving. What kind of roof is that? Made out of what?
Made out of wire mesh, earth, sand, and 10% concrete.
Oh, okay.
With on both sides.
Uh huh. Well, that sounds like it would be pretty sturdy.
So he's gonna have a nice little house there.
Yeah. Is that the school over there? Yeah. Great.
Hey, this is where we made our art.
Is that where you did your art?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Isis. We're gonna go. Don't step on trees.
Are you right?
Look, you guys, costumes.
I made, yes, I made.
Is this where you guys were doing art?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Ah,
wonder where she puts this stuff in these.
yeah.
Has solar panels,
Aquí está tu tapa, Kaya.
bottles.
¿Dónde está?
Which I have like the different areas, right? So they have like a kitchen, the dress up area.
Yeah.
So we're painting a little bit and doing collaging. We're making a book to give to one of the gurus when he comes in June.
Which picture did you do? Which did you do? Is that the one you did? Oh, beautiful.
And I did the sun.
And you did the sun too?
I did
Oh,
mountains.
amazing.
She did mountains and birds.
Good job.
I did this.